Hi everybody and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 29th of September 2019. Thanks for joining me. I'm using the Crow Tarot for today's reading, Flying Through the Veil. So let's have a look at what the cards want you to know about Sunday the 29th and what energy you'll be working with. So if you have never watched one of these videos, they apply to all signs of the zodiac and they're for everyone who watches. All I do is I ask the tarot, what is Sunday the 29th going to be about? And then the cards give me a very detailed answer. So obviously it's going to come across differently for different people watching this, but it's the fundamental energy of that day. And the point is to make the most of it. So let's pull some cards. Got the Queen of Swords, good. Judge Judy. The King of Swords, wow. Who would the King of Swords be? David Letterman, I guess? I don't know. He was really intelligent and funny. I loved him. I loved Late Night with David Letterman. And then we've got 8 of Cups. Okay. So obviously we've got romance, love in the air. Oh, hang on, let me just move the cards properly. Come on. Okay, so we've obviously got a connection. The King and Queen of Swords are a match made in heaven. They're both in the same element. The Queen of Swords is a court card, so is the King of Swords, and they represent experience when it comes to dealing with all matters that have to do with travel, communication, broadening your horizons, learning and teaching, having a sense of freedom in your life, especially the Queen, exploring the world, traveling, exposing yourself to different cultures and different people, and to bring that beauty back into your life and to feel like your decisions have merit, and because of your decisions, things are able to blossom and flourish and thrive. So it's not just freedom for the self that the Queen of Swords creates. She also creates freedom for her subjects, the people she rules. The King of Swords has the symbol of Saturn right there. And the King of Swords is more about staying put. And he's about, I am the ruler here. I'm going to make decisions and I'm going to rule the actual country, and I'm going to get involved with the day-to-day running of a country, for instance. So, you know, supplicants come before him and they say, the taxes you have asked of me are not manageable for me this month, Your Majesty. May I get an extension until next month? And then he makes a decision based on that because he's the judge. He's the King of Swords. The swords element, air, masculine, in the tarot is really the hardest kind of element because it recognizes that negative thoughts and negative beliefs and negative words that are spoken about us do have power. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me is not true. Words are much worse than sticks and stones because words, when they become internalized and you put your belief in them, they can be much more destructive than anyone bullying you or throwing a rock at you. If you listen to your inner saboteur, your inner ego, and it says you're not good enough, you'll never amount to anything, and you listen to that, then your life is going to be really small. But if you listen to your higher self, which says you're here for a reason, you've come back to planet Earth to fulfill a life purpose, and you've got certain vocational talents. And I believe that every person has been given a talent so that they can survive on planet Earth. I really believe that. So in the case of the King of Swords, it's about ruling, and that is his talent, being an authority figure and being in charge. The feathers there are about exploring and making things bigger in the sense of the spiritual and intellectual world, but it's a representation of the places he has been and the things that he has done. Okay, so both of these energies are with you today, so you make excellent decisions. You can really trust your thinking if it's based on personal experience or if it's based on something that's physically in your life. You're going to be able to make a wonderful decision that allows things to bloom and grow and flourish most naturally and most easily. So the thinking and the decision making that you're being asked to make is something that you can do because you're now an adult and you've been there and done that before. So it's an easy day because whatever you're being asked to do today, you faced this issue in the past and you know how to set yourself free. So all you do is you go into the Rolodex of your memory and you say, okay, here's when I dealt with this problem in 2009 and that worked, so I'm going to deal with that again and make this go away. The love affair, obviously, is available. So anyone who is really like a judge or a diplomat or a writer or a philosopher or a politician or a teacher or an academic, a scientist, a medical doctor, a psychiatrist, any one of these vocations that require intellect and thought at the fundamental basis of that profession, so mathematics or being an economist or something like that, all of you guys, you're going to be really on the top of your game and you're going to be at the peak of your powers with the King and Queen of Swords supporting you, because it's a marriage of thoughts coming together and really producing something. And what they produce, male, female, when they get together, there's usually a child. And the child, in this case, is the 8 of Cups. And that's about having good things in your life, but now wanting more and looking for that elusive missing element in your life that you think is going to make you happy. It's interesting. I had an email exchange yesterday with someone and he was talking about the spread. It can be past, present, future. It can be hindsight, the present day, and foresight. So this is just an aside, but if you want to do a spread like this yourself, first of all, take my course. It's really cheap on the website. And then you can learn how to do 3-card spreads and Celtic cross spreads and all of that stuff. But it's interesting, I just want to make a note of it, that, I'm doing 3 cards to get the sense of the day, but you can also just do a 3-card spread for those things that I just mentioned. So that's why the tarot is so great, because it's flexible. Whatever you intend to do with it, it complies, okay? So this could also be morning, midday, and afternoon. But I really think it's more of a general all day long thing. So you're thinking really, really clearly, and that then says, okay, I've done all of this great stuff. I've achieved all of these wonderful things, but now I want something more. I want to express my love in a different format, or I want to be together with Sandra or whatever. So I'm not going to hold back my passion anymore, and I'm just going to go for it. I don't care that she's married. I need to be with her. I love her. She loves me. We need to be together. That kind of energy is possible, but the marriage bit, that's obviously not so clever, being a home wrecker. But the thing is, with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, they wouldn't let you make a mistake like that anyway, because the King of Swords and Queen of Swords, they know that actions have consequences, and if you act foolishly, you're going to be punished, or you're going to have a fall if you behave like an idiot, okay? So these two are going to ensure that you don't behave like an idiot today, and that whatever is missing, you're able to acquire. So if it's a relationship, or if it's a different format of expressing yourself, or if it's writer's block, you'll be able to overcome those things today, and you'll be able to add the final piece of the puzzle there so that you feel fulfilled and completed. So it's a great day for research missions and the intellect and decision making and creating something beautiful or articulate or sharing an idea or a message or making a decision, thinking really, really clearly about your freedom, your roots, your place in the world and where you want to go in future and what is still missing. So that's the temperature. That's the kind of weather pattern of the day, okay? It's going to make you question all of these things. So allow yourself to then do the research and trust your gut. When you find the right thing, it'll be like ding, 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 and you've got it, okay? So can also be inspiration and new ideas coming in that give you enough, when you put them into practice, they give you enough financial freedom so that you can be financially independent and you can fly away, so to speak, and you can do whatever it is you like. And at the beginning of the reading, I happened to notice fly through the veil. And I don't always notice that. And the word fly is a key word for the day because you can fly on the basis of your really intelligent decision making and your relentless focus on that one thing that is missing and that you want, that you start to see and that you have a laser sharp focus on. Because of these two, you go out, you get it. If it's an experience that you need so you can write your article, like you're writing an article on homelessness in London. So then you go out today and you go interview the people who are homeless in London, 5 or 10, and then you write your article. There you go. So if that's the missing piece, if it's as simple as that, then go talk to those people and finish your piece today. And I know it's a Sunday, most people don't work on a Sunday, but if you are a creative type or a spiritual type who does readings, intuitive readings as well, then I would really encourage you to work and to produce good work. If you're single, I would also socialize and see who's about and what's about, to see if you can find your Queen of Swords or your King of Swords, person who's on your wavelength. And then I get the sense of flying, like I said, being able to overcome these seemingly insurmountable obstacles because of this combination of these two. You have such clarity of thought, and remember that what you think becomes reality. So the Suit of Swords is the hardest because it's also the most rewarding. When you realize that your thoughts become reality, then you become much more careful about what you think and what you let yourself worry about, because the inner landscape becomes the outer landscape, okay? So have beautiful thoughts. Treat yourself kindly. Look at the positives. Look at the future in a positive way. Realize that the best is yet to come. When you do that, laser sharp focus, and you'll be able to pursue what you want and you'll be able to get it. Number wise, we've got 2 court cards, so that's 2, and then we've got 8, which is 10. And 10 reduces to 1 in numerology, and 1 is the emperor, the magician. It's the person who's the boss, who's in charge. So think for yourself and find the missing piece of the puzzle. You have laser sharp focus, so don't let it go to waste. It's about your freedom in life. So if you're stuck in a relationship, or you're stuck in a dead-end job, or you're stuck in an addiction that you want to let go of, here we go. No more denial, really seeing things clearly. So take the initiative. Use your clarity of mind for something positive to help yourself. So it's a day of really seeing and allowing yourself, or making your own life better. So it's self-care. It's a day where you can make your roots more solid and you can create a more settled life for yourself, even though this is all air. So have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order a reading. I use tarot, astrology, and numerology in my readings, so I can answer any questions you may have. To draw up your natal chart, I need your place of birth, your date of birth, and your time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then order a chart rectification with me, please. That's a process where I work out your time of birth by taking 10 or more major life events that have happened to you. And then I can look at what the chart of that kind of person would look like, and I find out your time of birth. So if you don't have that, order the rectification. Once I have your chart in front of me, I can see everything about you. Life purpose, vocational aptitudes, money, love, spiritual progress, moving, where the best place is to live, what's coming up in future, any questions. So if you're interested in that, then please get in touch via the website, gregoryscott.com. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.